I'm turned on. I'm going to start to stay visible while Kevin stays at the computer for a minute, just fixing up a couple of the distributions of music and my voice, but he should be joining us soon. Come to the center of your mats, everybody. Pretend you're in a giant ballroom with lots of space. Here you are with your friends. This is awesome. Feet nice and parallel, standing nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. Take a deep breath in. Inhale and exhale completely. Little flex in the knees and inhale. Reach up and exhale. We're going to come into a bit of a float as our start. We haven't done this in Thrive before. If you've been in our class, Strive before. If you've been in our class before, just follow through. Inhale up. Let's take our hands to heart center. Start to drop into chair pose a little bit. And then we head for a forward fold. Knees are bent. Put your hands down. Straighten out your legs a little bit. Bend your knees and come back up. We're just warming up the whole body. Inhale, reach up. Come down into chair pose. Keep floating right through that into a forward fold. Drop the crown of the head. Straighten the legs. Last one. This is just a great way to just let the low back start to relax from wherever position we slept in last night. This is our last one coming up. And we're just coming into volcano here. Breath in, step to the side, and center, come down into a squat. Inhale up, step to the other side, and center. We're gonna go back and forth a few times, loosening up the hips, loosening up the knees, back and forth. Inhale up, exhale, come on down. Be aware that this is a squat and it's very centered. You keep going, I'm gonna show you a few details. We're gonna be centered, keep going, and we're not over to a side lunge in the middle. Inhale up, exhale down. Feel your body just starting to wake up, get that blood flowing. Pay attention to your breath. Last one. Come to center. Hand on the waist here. We're coming into a side reach here. Just reach it out. Pull that elbow back to the hip. Back and forth. Again, we're just floating through that motion, warming up. Nice breath in on that extension. Exhale on the squeeze. Feel the pull over on this side and then the pull over on this side. Back and forth. Last one. We're going to change sides. Reach it out. We're over to the left, Kevin, and coming back to the right. I forgot to put my timer on, but that's all right, I think. Inhale, reach. I'll just look at my watch to make sure the warm-up is not too long. And come on back.
Oh, I'm going to be warm on one side.
Yeah, you're going to have to catch up to us by doing double time there, Kevin. Wow, if you can jog in place when you first wake up in the morning. We're stepping the feet apart. We're doing something called stir the pot here. This is a forward fold. Support the weight of the body, hands on thighs, looking fingers to the inside of the thighs. Let's let an arm hang down. Big circles. Just let that arm just swing in the shoulder socket there. We get some blood flow in the shoulders. Change direction. We're looking at, once you know what we're doing, look at the mat. Just find yourself a nice alignment of spine. You're gonna straighten out those legs, come on up. Little bit of a back bend, just flex into the low back a little bit. Come on down, support the weight, and we change arms. Sometimes we curl up the toes when we're doing this for some reason. Pay attention to use your whole foot. Let's change direction. Big circles. Straightening out the legs, come on up. Sink the weight into the heels and come to neutral spine. Let's stay right here with the feet stepped apart a little bit. Make sure your feet are aligned, your toes aren't turned out. Gonna go into core circles, reach up for the sky. Big breath in, straightening the legs. Now soften the knees, put that little bend in the knees, and we come around in a big circle to the top. Take a breath in, exhale, swing the other direction, coming through. Back and forth. Always, if you keep on going in the same direction, you get super dizzy. We learned this the very first time we did this. We had to keep alternating direction. This is our last one coming through. And come to neutral. Let's bring the feet underneath the hips. Nice and straight. Here we're doing a scissor rhomboid pull here. This is where we strike out those fingertips. We let the arms overlap. Then we pull the elbows back to side body. Strike and pull. Alternate which hand's on top. Breathing through that, but keeping those elbows nice and high so you feel those shoulder blades glide behind you. I don't know why, but my neck just adjusted and I'm gonna say thank you. I looked down and up and had a little neck crack there. Come to a pause. Okay, if you have any balance issues, just find somewhere to put your hand. We're gonna do some knee circles here and open up the knee to the side, open up to the knee to the side. You can always just use somewhere just to lay your hand so you can focus on the hip. Awesome. Coming to a halt. Step the feet about hip distance apart. Get yourself situated again. Fists up by your shoulders there. And we're just coming into a slow turn. Low back twist. Low back twist. Back and forth. If anybody's just arriving and having any technical difficulties, we're coming to a halt here. There's somebody in the chat window. His name is Dan. He is there to support you. You whisper him and he will do whatever he can to support you. We're going into a cat-cow, but we're a standing cat-cow here. So feet are about hip distance apart. We're gonna hinge at the hips, hinge at the knees, and put your hands on your thighs here. Okay, and now sway the spine. Can you go sideways, Kevin, please? And then curl up the spine, tuck the chin. So it's a standing cat-cow shoulder flexation. Not shoulder, sorry, back. Sometimes I just put the random body part in there when I'm not thinking enough. One more time. And come on up to neutral. Let me check on our time here. I think we're gonna move on to the class at this point. And we're just going to go into our sequence. This is done with a little bit different than usual. I need to get my timer going here. We're going to be doing a lot of the same moves that people have experienced in Strive if you've done it with us before. We're doing it in 45-second sections with a 20-second break in between, kind of like our Tabata. So just give me a minute. I got to put my Strive timer on here and we're going to hit it. I should have kept you guys doing some kind of exercise. I'll know that for next time. So we're getting ready and we're headed for a half jack here. We're gonna step out to the side and back. So this is just a tap. We don't step into this and go. So we just tap that foot out, tap that foot out. Okay, a lot of people will be inclined to step into that. I'll show you wrong. Slow it down, Kevin, can you please? I'll show you wrong and Kevin will keep on doing right. Wrong would be stepping into it and coming back. Stepping into it and coming back. Just tap and tap. Now 45 seconds is quite a length of time. So you want to pace yourself through these different sessions and stop early if you need to. Okay, breathing through. We're just warming up that body still. This nice easy warm up. We're headed for a 20-second break. In 3, 2, and 1. And take your break. I'm showing you what's next. This is your break. We're gonna step those feet apart, toes out. We're gonna do a squat and a shoot. And then we're gonna come into a side crunch. So we have 8 seconds left to talk about that. Let's make sure the feet are about hip distance apart. Toes out. You're gonna come down as low as you can and then shoot that basketball. Let's go down and shoot. And down and shoot. So deep in the squat is what feels right for you. Having the knees go out, track out to the side because our toes are turned out to the side. Down and shoot. Down and shoot. Get ready, we're gonna change this out. Come out into your crouch here a little bit, hands to side body, and we're just crunch to the side. Crunch to the side. It's like a bit of a crazy frog going on here. Keep it slow. You can get the feeling for what 45 seconds of an exercise is like. And we are done. Coming to the top of your mat, coming to the back of your mat, we're doing inchworms now. Okay, I'm showing you, don't start yet. This is where we bend the knees, we come down, we walk it out to plank, and then we walk the hands back to the feet and roll up to standing. And go, inhale, reach up, swan dive down, one handprint at a time, we walk it out. Too hard for you? Put your knees down on the way. That's okay. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come on down. The next one I do will be a modification. You either watch and follow Kevin, or you're probably not watching anybody at this point, or you watch me for that modification. Inhale up, exhale down, walk it out. Put the knees down, walk it out to knee plank, walk it back, and roll up to standing. That would be your modification. We got time for one more. Walking it back. Come on up and come to seated for the next sequence. We keep on changing it out. Does it feel like water Tabata for some of you? Feet are wide, toes are up. We're gonna be making sure you're on your seat bones here. We're doing our swan dive and our clap. All right? We'll come into a boat if we have, and dive. And lean back and press the hands together. Shoulders come forward. You have to make sure you have that pelvic tilt going on. Kevin's gonna keep going and I'm gonna chitty chat. So if you are back on your sacrum like this, there's not much dive going on here. Pop the booty out, dive it forward and press. And dive. I might skip that part. Dive and press. We have 10 seconds left. Pacing yourself. We keep changing which body part so we don't get fatigued.
Yes, we do.
We still get tired. That's good. Try to take note when you start, and we're in our break here. We're coming up to hands and knees. We're headed for a bird dog crunch. This is the moment when I'm showing you how to do it. This is a reach with a leg and an arm, and then a curl up. You going sideways?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be careful. I'm coming forward. In, let's go. Let's take that left leg back. Right arm forward. Curl, elbow to knee, tuck the chin. Reach it out and curl. Reach. Don't hold your breath. Now that supporting hand, spread the fingers really wide and make sure it's underneath your shoulder, not too extended. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. Let's put it down and go to the other side. Right leg back, left arm forward, and crunch. Make sure you have opposites going on or you will fall over. Breathing through that. And you are done. Sit it down. Can you go sideways, Kevin, please? We're going to be sitting down. Knees are bent. Heels are on the ground. We're doing a thing called Healy boat punch here. Our heels are down and we're coming into a reach and a turn. A reach and a turn. Wait for the go here. Don't get yourself worn out. There's 45 seconds. And let's go. And you just come into that nice twist and you punch. Pull that arm you're not extending way back. Engage in the shoulders. It doesn't have to be fast. It just should be complete. Come into your turn. Come into your turn. Now we're using a lot of abdominals here, so don't forget, we need to breathe. And if it's really hard on your back or abdominals, come more upright. That's okay. You should start feeling, this really kind of gets the heart pumping, so you start to feel that heat come up in your body. That is good stuff right there. 2 and 1, and we are done. Try to find your way up to standing for the next sequence here. We're going to be doing an overhead knee tap. It goes like this. We reach high, and then we come and tap the knee. And we tap the knee, bringing the leg as high as we can. Reach it up, and knee tap. There's a little bit of a twist here as we go back and forth. Now don't forget, yes, you can go really fast, but then you might burn out. So to pace yourself, Kevin tends to go super fast at the start. He's like, this is easy. And then the last 20 seconds, he's like, oh my goodness,
Made bad choices.
Lifting that knee. Trying to get that knee. We're really working on those quads, pulling that knee nice and high. You got 10 seconds left. Probably gonna make it. Now this is the great thing about this sequence of whoops, I almost fell over, is if something is just not right for you or you need that extra break, skip one of the sequences and take that 45-second break. Next is wood choppers. We're gonna step the feet apart. I'm gonna show you how this goes. We come up here. Now look at this toe down here, right? We're really extended. Then we come down into a crouch and we're facing forward. Reach it up on that toe. Come down, both knees bend. Let's go. Reach and crouch. Nice and slow, come to that full extension. Pivot on that foot and bring it down into whatever kind of crouch you can. So knee tracks forward, you bend both knees, but that one knee just tracks straight forward. One more. Come on up, we're changing sides, so we're pivoting into that other foot and bring it down to the crouch. Reach and down. Find that inhale on the extension and pull it down. Great job.
Last one.
Last one. And there's our break there. Gonna do something a little more quiet now, a little slow. This is our strength pose. We're coming into a chair pose next. Okay, that's where we sink it on down. I'll cue you through that, but let's just be standing, feet nice and parallel, pretty close together. If they get too wide apart, it's really hard to come into a chair pose. We could use the fan, couldn't we? All right, inhale, reach up, sink it into chair pose. So you hinge at the hips and you come down. You're facing forward and your weight is in your heels. If you feel tippy, bring it back. Fist with your left, cap it with your right, press and turn. Lay that elbow down very gently and press between the hands. Take a deep breath in, look down, hands down, straighten the legs, bend the knees, and swing up into chair pose. Hands to heart center. Can you come any lower? Fist with your right, cap with your left, press and turn. Breathing through, feel the strength in your body and look down, hands down, bend the knees and come on back down to seated on the mat. We're gonna be doing a row and a reach and open here. Knees are bent. We're gonna be rowing through. And then at some point, you wanna go sideways? You're gonna come into a reach and an open to the side. So let's start with row, 4 rowings. So we just pull back and pull and pull. Now look up, we're changing it out. We're reaching for the sky and we open to the side, we look to the side. We do this 4 times. Don't hold your breath, that's 2 for me. If you do 3 instead of 4, that's just fine. Do what you need to do. Okay, now stop and we go back to our row. And row. And row. Last one. Reach for the sky, maybe you lean back a little bit, you open and open and open and open. I went a little too slow, but that's all right. All right, and our next sequence is hands are down on the mat at right angles. Do you see I'm kind of pointing out this to the sides here. We're gonna do a knee crunch and an extend. And go. Extend, crunch, extend, and crunch. Don't get tight in your shoulders when you're at this. This is now 4. Put the feet down, hip distance apart. We just lift the hips towards the ceiling and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. This is strengthening our back plane and our shoulders. Okay, and whoops, I got mixed up. Crunch, extend the legs, squeeze. It's too much for you. Drag your heels, that's fine. Just drag your heels along the mat. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Feet down, lift the hips and lower. Lift and lower. And that's our last one right there. Now we put all of those together in a sequence. We go back to our rowing and we're gonna put all those together, 4 of each. We're gonna row and open to the side to start with here. Okay, you can always have that little bit of a lean. It really engages the abdominal muscles. Okay, ready? And row. 2, 3, and 4. Reach it up, maybe lean back. Open, that's 1. Open, that's 2, 3, 4. We're changing it up. Put those hands down at right angles to the body and crunch, extend, crunch. Whew. Feet down, lift the hips. We just put them all together, all 4 exercises, because we're so coordinated today. And sit it down. We're gonna be, oh, it's over, Kevin. We're gonna be laying on our sides. So watch this before you lay down. We're gonna be laying on our sides, cushioning ourselves here, and we're just going to pull the knee up. We're doing a bicycle thing where we actually pull the knee up, extend the leg, and come around. Okay? And let's do that. Knee up and come around and straight leg, and then kick the heel to the hip, then knee up, extend, kick the heel to the hip. A one-legged bicycle. It only lets you go in circles. Hand on the mat in front of you gives lots of stability. So good for the hip. If you get fatigued, just hug your knee to your chest and take that little break. Do what's right for your body today. 45 seconds is a long time sometimes. Whew. I'm so glad I have my timer. You are not dependent on random Katie brain. Still some, right? All right, we're gonna be rolling over onto our backs. You might have to sit up for a minute and watch this here. Arms are alongside the body. It's like cobbler's pose, but it's floating. And then you take the legs and extend long. And back to cobblers.
Palms flat.
Palms flat on the mat for extra stability. Tuck the chin. We're waiting for the go. I need my, there we go. So from cobblers to diagonal, to cobblers, to diagonal. Way too much for you. Kevin's gonna keep doing the real one. Here's the modification. Feet down on the mat, extend long. And cobblers, and extend long.
Oh, I want to do the modification.
No, we rolled the dice and he got all the hard ones. Let's tuck the chin. Don't be crazy about this. Don't get in your neck. Nice extension and cobblers. So nice for strong hips and thighs. I don't know if I can hear my doinker. 10 more seconds. Woo. So good. Roll over to your other side. It's bicycle on the other side. Okay, get yourself head pillowed in your arm. Other hand flatten the mat in front of you. This is knee up. Extend and swing that leg around. I don't want to kick Kevin in the head. Wait for the go here. And here we go. And just go through that. Kick the heel to the hip. Don't neglect that last piece where the heel comes very close to the hip. Keep that as part of what you're up to. Knee comes really up to the chest. Extend. Kick that heel back to the hip. Knee comes up to the chest. That's the details. You've got 20 seconds left. Pace yourself. And always the break can be just a counter stretch of hugging the knee to the chest.
Did you tell them good news that we do this all again?
Not yet. Kevin says I'm supposed to tell you that we do this as a full repeat. 9 seconds left. So it's not going to be a whole bunch of foreign stuff. The second time through, you'll be more familiar with what we're up to here. And there's your stop. Coming up to your hands and knees, we're doing our chaturanga flow here. Hands and knees. Best for me to just cue you through this, but knees are under hips, hands are underneath shoulders here. Okay, and the first thing we do is just sink back into like a child's pose, extend the arms long, forehead comes down to the mat. Bring yourself forward into a knee plank. Okay, sink it down to the mat. Press through the hands, elbows are really close to the ribs, press through into up dog, and then hips back to heels. That's the low version. You can stay with that. Come on, forward, knee plank, lower it down. We're gonna lift it up here. Okay, up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. You're in down dog or you're headed back to child's pose. Plank, take a breath in, exhale down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We have time for one more. Come forward. Lower it down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come on down to the mat. This is our 1 minute break here. I'm gonna take a little sip of water. Warning, you do need water, but if you gulp it, you're going to regret it. So take sips of water. And the good news is, now we've done everything we're going to do today. We're just gonna go and do a repeat of that. So
Every time's gonna be slightly different.
is it?
They're gonna change these cards out.
Oh, every class will be slightly different sequences, but for today, we're gonna do everything we just did a second round. It's really good for our brains and our bodies to start patterning that. And now you're not gonna be like, oh my goodness, what are we up to? You're gonna be starting to recognize and have the details of that. So find yourself up to standing in the next 10 seconds. And we are headed for half jacks. So your arms don't, that's a full minute break. Oh no, it just goes.
Okay.
And so we just tap it out to the side and back. Now we know that we can go real fast like Kevin,
Yeah.
or we can pace ourselves for 45 seconds. There's the sprinters, and then there's the marathoners. My arms get tired more than anything else, and I do not have the time to go for a full swing through. That would be a lot right now, maybe after I've been doing these for a while. I don't know. We have 15 seconds left.
Seems like a lot.
Well, if you went slower,
That's a lot.
that's a lot. 5, 3, and there we go, and we are done. Take your 20-second break. We're headed for squat and shoot. This is feet apart, toes out. We're gonna grab that basketball, and we're really deep in a squat, and then we're gonna reach it up and extend and shoot it through. Got 7 seconds to get yourself in that position.
And then crazy frog.
And then crazy frog. We just decided it was called that. Okay, let's get that ball and put it in. Maybe your ball is on a table, not on the floor, because they treat you good. They don't want to retire you from the team yet. You don't have to watch the ball and get into your neck. It's not a real ball. One more. All right, come down into any level of squat, hands to the side body here, and we just crunch and crunch, nice and slow. Just a nice little gentle crunch. Crunch. It hurts. Don't get too much into a forward fold. Try to stay upright in this. And there's your break. Inchworms are next. We come to the back of our mats. Feet nice and parallel. So when we're doing this, you don't start yet. You will want that nice bent knees to bring the hands down to the mat. Then one hand print at a time, you walk yourself out. If you have to put your knees down on the way, that's okay. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, hands down. Walk it out. Walk, walk, until you are in plank. Spread those fingers wide. Wide hands, big hands, walk it back. Inhale, reach. This is your pace at this point. You don't have to keep pace with me or Kevin. Big hands spread out for lots of stability. Walk it back. Bend the knees. Roll it up. We're using all different flexations of the spine and building strength as we move it out and back. Instead of just holding a static plank, it is just so good. That's it. Let's find our way down to the mats. Can't do a whole inchworm in 5 seconds, unless you're Kevin.
That's crazy talk.
We purposely have you going up and down because that's good for you too. Feet wide, toes up, knees up. We're doing our swan dive, so make sure you have that pelvic tilt of being able to go forward. Okay? And let's go. Let's dive, lean back and press the hands together. Dive and press. Whew. Feels so good to be moving again. We've been hanging out with friends, hanging out with people we're used to being healthy with. It's just really, really good. Deep into the hips. Lean it back.
The reason I can't have a lab is because I gasp and pant.
We want a mic on Kevin, but he says he's too noisy. 5, 3, and that's your break. We're headed for bird dog crunch. We're gonna work our way up to hands and knees here. Okay, with that bird dog crunch, with those hands underneath our shoulders here, if you have wrist issues, grab yourself some wrist pads, drape your fingers over the front of them. Don't put your hands in the middle. Really helps. Okay, let's take that right leg back. Take the left arm out. Oops, I got opposites, but sorry guys. Curl and crunch. Reach and curl. It doesn't matter as long as you have opposite arm to leg, because I just cued you for the opposite of what I'm doing. Reach it out, crunch it up, reach and squeeze. Inhale on that extension. Whew, you should be starting to get a little bit steamy now. Put that hand down. I would love to have the fan on, but I forgot. Leg and arm balance, and then curl. Reach and curl.
I'm afraid we might turn off
Whew.
the system if we do that.
Oh, that is a fright.
I'll have to put a mark on it that says, "Fan, you fool."
There's our last one, you guys. Come on through and sit down. We're doing our Healy boat punch. You could go sideways, Kevin. So we're in that nice kind of almost a boat pose, but we put our heels down and we pull the upright fist back to side body. We're gonna extend and turn and face the side. Pull it back, face the side. In 2, 1, and go.
Oh, this is good music for it.
Yeah, try to go with the beat of the music. We tried to have all the music be 125 beats per minute because that's a pretty usual movement pace for Strive. But some people are gonna be doing half time, and that's okay. Let's pull that elbow way back, really engage that back shoulder there. There you go.
So much.
10 seconds more. So we're going to have around a 10-minute break between the Strive and Nurse, just like we always do. Kick your break there. Gradually find yourself up to standing. We're going for our overhead knee taps are next. So you can take that break to do whatever you need to do, or sit and chit chat and visit with folks here. Overhead knee taps are like this, nice soft elbows, and we just lift a knee. And we lift a knee, don't forget. 45 seconds, let's go. So pace yourself. Pull that knee nice and high. Breathing through.
Can you mention that I'm trying to
Kevin is
the technical difficulty of getting the timer for this?
Kevin says he's going to do his best within the next week or two to get a timer on the screen for you guys as well. I think that'll be really beneficial for you to pace yourself through and not just be dependent on me saying go and stop.
I almost had it.
He was up very late last night trying to make that happen. We just decided it was a detail we just didn't need at the right out the gate. 7. Whew. I feel second round. Hope you guys do too. There's our break. We're headed for, we do show wood choppers. We're headed for wood choppers.
So up on that toe, coming down. Up on that toe, coming down. 5 seconds.
So it's a real pivot and then a squat.
Go.
Reach it up, get on that pivot, come on down. Find that power in the transition through. Strength and movements like this are really functional fitness in our daily life. We can move from one position to the other without feeling like we're going to stop. Let's change sides. Pivot up on that other toe, bring it down. We don't all of a sudden do something like try to get something off a bottom shelf and just topple over, because we have that strength and integrity in our muscles and joints because we've done the work. Last one, there you go. I'm gonna slow it down into chair pose here. It's just strength, not motion. Feet about hip distance apart. Take a look, make sure those feet are nice and parallel underneath you. Whew. We have to slow it down. Your muscles might be trembling and twitching a little bit. That's all good. Inhale, reach up. Sink it down into chair pose. So we hinge at the hips, hips come back. Sink the weight into the heels. Find the balance in your body. Don't look at the floor. That's a forward fold. Make a fist and cap it. Now turn, lightly lay that elbow down and press between your hands. It's a real isolation of strength. The pressure is in the hands, not the elbow. Take a breath here. Look down, hands down, straighten the legs. Swing it through. Find your chair pose again. Hands to heart center. Fist, cap, and turn. Press between the hands. Look down, hands down, straighten, bend the knees, and fall down onto your mats for the next one. All right, we're back to our row sequence. So knees are bent for this, and feet are a little distance apart. We want to be able to come way forward and pull way back. Okay, let's go. Let's row and pull, and row, pull. I think that's 3, so I'll do one more. And then we reach for the sky. You're either sitting up or back, and you open to the side. How much recline you have in your spine is strength for your back and abdominals, but sometimes causes people hardship. Okay, we're headed back to rowing. Come forward. Feel that pelvic tilt change. That's good stuff. You're able to engage in a different motion in the hips. To the sky. Open and look to the side. 2. Breathing through. 3. 4. And row to the end. We have 9 seconds left. My rows keep on falling on the ground. There we go. The second part of that sequence. How you guys doing? Hang in there. Okay, this is hands down on right angles, and we're crunching the knees. So don't forget modification. Let's go. But the modification would be just dragging your heels and doing that instead of the elevation. If you're tired because it's second round, and if you need, is that 4? Feet down. I'm just chitty-chatting. Lift the hips. Reverse tabletop. Lower it down. Feel the strength in your shoulders. Bring it down. And one more. I think we'll get one more crunch out of this. Reach and crunch. Reach and crunch. Whew. All right. And now we put the whole package together. Okay, we go from the rowing to the opening, but we start at the rowing. Take your breath for a second here. Take your 15-second break. Let your heart rate come down a little bit. It just really conditions the body. Wipe the sweat out of your eyes is what I just did. Let's row 4 rows, or until we're done 4. You might do 2, or you might do 7. 3 and 4. Reach for the sky and open. 2, 3, 4. Hands down at right angles to the body and crunch. 2, 3, my legs are getting tired. 4, put the feet down, lift the hips. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we just row to the end. Why not? 4 more seconds. Just give it a couple more rows just to finish that off. And we take our break here. We're laying on the sides and doing bicycles. Isn't it nice second time around? You're like, oh, I kind of know where I'm supposed to be at least and what I'm up to. Second time through. Lay your head on your arm. Put your other hand in front of your face. It's knee up tight. Swing through. Let's go. Knee up tight. Straighten out that leg until you have to bring the heel to the hip, and then go through. Remember, if all of this is easy, then this is maybe not even the class for you. You should be finding this to be at your optimum amount of effort, or even
twice as fast.
Or you do it faster, or you even have to take breaks. That gives you a chance to see improvement. People are like, oh, I had to sit out for 5 exercises. Good.
Fantastic.
That's great. Maybe in 2 weeks you'll sit out for 4 exercises. That is all good. the amount of time that's our done. We're coming onto our back and we're doing that cobbler's extension. Okay, so you can have your feet up and come into the palms down alongside and a full diagonal extension, or you can just drag your feet along the mat if it's just too much for you today. We're waiting for the go. And there's the go. We extend and bring it back, knees wide, and extend to the diagonal. Now press your belly button into the mat. Really engage the strength of your low back. Tuck the chin. You can spread your hands out wide, more stability. Press into the shoulders. There's so much you can use to make this even more supported. Whew, it's a long 45 seconds though. And I'm so tempted to do this, but I would get in a lot of trouble. That was a toe tickle.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
That would be terrible. I would never want somebody to do that to me. But I see your feet above my head. Why isn't 45 seconds done yet? That's all I got to say. There we go. Roll over to the other side for your other side bicycle. We have 2 things left to do, and then we are in cool down. You are just about there. So lay on your side, stack up those hips. Put a hand on the mat in front of you, just cushion your head. There, we take our little break. Knee up, swing those straight leg, heel to hip, and swing. Just building strength. What we're really working on is not so much the swing, but the support in the hip and the upper thigh to support the weight of the leg and the motion of the leg and build that strength. Strong and agile hips are so essential. You've got 9 seconds left. And then 1 more exercise. And you'll need to get close to the computer at that point, Kevin. All right, come on through up to your hands and knees. We're doing our chaturanga flow. Did you get a foot cramp, Kevin? I'm sorry to hear that. Hands and knees, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Kevin's gonna be coming into the screen to slow down the music in a second here, so let's just...
I'm gonna do my chaturangas.
You're gonna do your chaturangas and do that? Okay, let's sink it back into our modified child's pose. Extend those arms out, forehead down to the mat. Bring yourself forward into a knee plank. Lower yourself down. Elbows are alongside the rib cage. We're really tight with the arms. Push through, up dog. And then hips back to heels. Maybe you're tired and that's all you want to do is the low chaturanga. Come on forward to plank. Lower yourself down to the mat. Press through, up dog. Choose, are you headed for child pose or down dog? Lift the hips if you're in down dog. Plank. Exhale down. Inhale, swoop it up. Exhale, down dog. And then just put the knees down. We are headed for cool down here. Let me just change. Kevin's gonna bring the music down so we're not driven through cool down here. And I want you to just come up to the top of your mats here. We're gonna bring down the tempo, bring down the pace, and slow it down. Going into frog pose, okay? So my version of frog pose, because of a fused ankle, is heels together, toes out. Kevin does something very special with that. He'll show you in a second. Find your focal point and then try to find the balance in your body. Slow, deep breathing. Inhale slowly. You might be wobbly. We've done a lot. Our muscles are trembling, but we're trying to bring our system down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh. Inhale slow. Exhale completely. I keep on having to touch the ground because I'm very fatigued in my legs. Don't worry about that. Hands down. Let's come on out of that pose and bring the right leg forward. We're in a low lunge here. So foot is between the hands here. And we want that nice diagonal on that back leg. You don't want to stack your hip over your heel like this. Okay, coming into your lunge. Let's just bring that knee forward, pressing in. You're not going to feel a good stretch in the lower body there. It's okay to have your knee past your knee past your toes because we're not weight bearing. It's okay. Deep breath in, we're gonna go for a modified half split. That's when the hips come back. We straighten out that front leg and just tuck the chin. Feel that great stretch? Think about what you're up to. Press strongly through that back leg and lift yourself and come forward to lunge again. Hands to thigh. Raise up the shoulders and inhale, reach up into a crescent. Big breath in. Exhale into cactus arms. Squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Let's take the right hand and lift it up. Open up through the chest, a nice twist there in the spine. Hand down, other side. The other side is a little more difficult because our base is narrower with our hand right beside our foot. And put that hand down, sweep that foot back or put it back, whatever you need to do, and bring the other leg forward. When I first started doing this, I literally had to pick up my foot and put it at the top of the mat. There is that stage in strength building. Okay, sink into your lunge. Just gaze forward. Press into that thigh. Deep breath in, exhale. On your next exhale, let's bring it back to that modified half split. Arms are extended, chin is tucked, and leg is as straight as you can. Press through that back leg to lift yourself and bring yourself forward. Hands to thigh, let's lift up the shoulders. Inhale, reach for the sky, slight bend in the back. Cactus arms because we're in Yuma. We are. Inhale, reach up, still in Yuma. It's beautiful here right now. Arms down. Let's take that left hand, lift it up, open up. Bring the hand down, going to the other side, and open. And bring it down. And bring that knee back alongside the other, and just briefly sink back into child's pose. We're going to open up the room for people that are coming in for Just Nourish. We are in our 10-minute break, but you did it. Great job. Thank you for joining us.